Okay. Thank you, Ashwini ji.
Vijay ji, I will make you host.
Yeah, you can make all of us co-host.
No, I will make
How you
others are making co-host. I'll make you host.
Sure ji. Yeah. So Dhavalji, what is the next step now?
Yeah, we are continuing with the lesson integration.
Okay, ji. So you want Karniji to share or?
Just a minute, I'm setting up something.
Okay, ji. Yeah, sure.
Just share my screen.
શું છે કે જે અમદાવાદમાં ફાયરિંગ થયું બસ છે બ્લાસ્ટ નાઇટ
Okay.
Dhavalji, one small question. Is it that, there has been some change in the API request response structure on the UI side or on the API side? I
Not
thought, uh
not really, but this is like as I am, fitting in the code,
yeah.
I am also updating the code to look more like a traditional development code rather than what Bolt has generated. So quite a few places, whatever I am seeing automated code, I'm converting it to how I would write it.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's actually initially it looks that it's taking time, but it's a good exercise to do for future.
Hmm.
Really?
In parallel, does it make sense for Anupama ji to start working on the student mate at all in a similar way? Or
No. Actually, this is slowing us down, Vijay. I would say let's not worry too much about all these things
Hmm.
because the attempt to move fast is actually at times the reason to get slowed down.
What do you want in the student with app, Vijay? What are you expecting?
Sorry.
No, Vijay ji is asking for student mate. I wanted to know what are you expecting in student mate?
See, right now we've not yet integrated the APIs and the front end.
Mm,
I was asking whether we want to start that in parallel.
mm. Because anything it needs database data in the database related to students. So I just wanted to know by that time I can also add some data related to what you're asking for as an API.
No, no, no. I'm not asking for any particular data. I'm asking, see, this integration, API integration has to happen, right? So right now, whatever you're seeing Dhavalji do,
Mm,
he's essentially connecting to the Teachmate APIs.
mm,
So I was asking whether on the student mate, similar work is not yet done. So whether that should begin in parallel.
mm, mm. Then mine also should begin parallel. That's why I'm asking.
No,
Uh, I
let Dhavalji decide first. That's why I posed that question to Dhavalji. So
uh,
only if Dhavalji feels it can be done in parallel, then only you can begin anything.
Yeah, because I have some little data in student mate, only students have been added, and then those milestones and things are not, log is not done. So I just wanted to know that part.
Yeah, so no, I think we heard Dhaval ji. Dhaval ji feels, so Dhaval ji, you want to complete this and then only you want to move to that, is it?
Correct.
Maybe I'll be slow, he's too fast.
We are
धवल जी, अपडेट लेसन चेक कर रहे हैं आप?
हम्म।
अपडेट लेसन चेक कर रहे हैं क्या?
नहीं, मैं लोड लेसन्स।
ओके। अपडेट में मेरे कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं, मैं वो आप करेंगे तो पूछूंगा।
हम्म। अभी नहीं वो।
ओके।
हम्म। So we are getting the
ब्रेसलेट मेकिंग कर देना इस हो रहा से हमारे ब्रेसलेट मेकिंग कर सकते तो हर कार बनावी नाखते केक बनावी कार बनावा They go, 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 go. We go over here. Yeah, that's not my thing. Let's check it for you. That's not my thing. Let's check it for you. For you. Hey, hey. Let's check it for you.
So level, earth and water, learning, text and all are visible now. Content style is not there. So for now, we will
आई थिंक एपीआई 1 के वर्जन 1 के टाइम कंटेंट स्टाइल नहीं था सर।
हाँ उसमें हमको डालना है क्योंकि कंटेंट स्टाइल वो इवेंचुअली आएगा।
V2 में हमने नोट कर रखा है सर कि V2 में डालना है वर्जन 2।
हाँ
On her, she does that. When I sit on her, she does that. When I lay on her, she doesn't. I'm really fine.
okay, so this is fine. Now one more thing we need to do is show the content. Okay, so the content is being rendered here as well from the key items.
You get good. માંગી ગયું માંગી ગયું અત્યારે હોસ્પિટલ જવું છે જાવ છે આટલું માંગી ગયું હા સિરિયસલી મારા પર તો ટાઈમ છે Alright. Aku nalang gigi. Bang. Yes. You're Pakistan and I'm Indian. Okay, let's see. One. Oh,
Let's start. Now I'm Pakistan learning. I'm wait. I'm student your Pakistan. Do it. Let's see who is stronger. We both are Indian. Let's see. I'm the
For now, I'm using KURL everywhere.
Okay, I want it. They both are so you're Pakistan and and you're Indian, then I'm Pakistan. Which are you? Hello? Which are you? Pakistan. Sakshi? Arjun? Yeah. What are Indian? Pakistan character? We don't know who's Pakistan. Monica? Who is Pakistan? Our group. No, we don't know Pakistan. They are only Indian friends. No Pakistani friend I have. I don't know. Sunita? Sunita? Neera is Muslim, but she's Indian. Neera? The other Neera? Indian. She's how? Indian.
Content is coming from here. So
Sophie, American. Pakistan. No. You is Pakistan. Are you a Are you is Pakistan? Are you? Yeah. No.
okay.
I don't have any Pakistani friend, okay? You have only Indian friends. No. No Pakistani friend I have. Do you have any Pakistani friend? Don't like any Pakistani friend. What? They're not good. Very good. They're very good. What about the Pakistani friends have Bharat friends? Is that good? No, Pakistani friends have Bharat friends. Will the Bharat friends be nice to Pakistani friends? No. We are nice, but when they they killed our 26
All right. So let's see now what happens.
How? Hi. Unnecessary details, so then we are fighting with them. Should we do that? No, so this.
Okay, wonderful. So it's able to populate this into editor as well. And hopefully save it. No, it's not saving it yet.
They are like Indians.
URL, audio URL.
It's 90. How many did they keep? 76. 90. They're all dangerous people who are attacking, coming and killing us. We killed them. We did not kill a lot of people. They are killing the normal people. So we are fighting with them. Well, let's sit up. What? What the hell? Gulab Jamun dog. अब बहुत सारा सिटी है देखो इंडिया में कश्मीर में कश्मीर नाम છે કશ્મીર આપણું છે હા તો પાકિસ્તાનની પહેલેથી નજર છે ને આપણું કશ્મીર હાફ લઈ લીધું બસ આવી રીતે અટેક કરે હાફ છે આપણું છે તો એના એ બતાવે
All right.
લઈ લેવા
Let me add one more.
મુક્તિ માં છે ડોક્ટર મોદી આવે છે બસ
content editor is where we need to modify something.
Border ભારત પાકિસ્તાનની બોર્ડર છે ત્યાં આર્મી છે ત્યાં એનો કોન્ટેક્ટ કરે છે આર્મી એટલે આપણું જે રક્ષા કરે છે આર્મી છે એ આખી મોટી મેન આપણે છે આપણે લોકો પ્લેન ફેંકે તો આપણે પ્લેનને શું કરીએ બીજું પ્લેન ફેંકે તો પ્લેન તૂટી જાય છે એવું આપણે થાય કરે છે આપણે બસમાં
Okay. So on save is a function being passed
પ્લેન ફેંકે છે શું ફેંકે આપણને એ પ્લેન ફેંકે પછી આપણે તે ફેંકીએ તો એ તૂટી જાય એટલે આપણે આર્મી એટલી સ્ટ્રોંગ છે કે એ પ્લેન ફેંકે ને એટલે આપણે એનો પ્લેન બનાવી દે
from here.
આપણે આગળ આવે જેનો પ્લેન આપણે આગળ આવે તો આપણું ટીટી છે એમના પાછું બધા
Okay.
પ્લેનથી બધું નિશાન
Yeah. So this is what we need to now fix. And I think after that, it should start working. Block type is now
border છે
the item type.
જેવા પાકિસ્તાન વાળા અટક કરે એવા એ લોકો એને અટક કરે છે આપણે એ લોકો જે પાવર નથી શકતા બચાવે છે રક્ષા કરે છે અથવા અત્યારે આપણે સ્ત્રી બેઠા છીએ શું કરવું સરકાર છે એટલું પ્લાનિંગ કર્યું છે કે આપણે બેસી શકીએ
Okay.
Roads. ખાડા પડી ગયા છે નવો રોડ બનાવવા પડશે નવો રોડ બનાવવા પડશે ત્યાં ન્યૂઝ ચાલુ કરશે ડ્રોન થી અટેક કરે છે ડ્રોન નહીં ફેરવે આપણે ડ્રોન રમકડાનો ફેરવતા ને એનાથી attack થઈ જાય.
last three.
Bomb ફેરવે અને ત્રણની અંદર bomb રહે. બરાબર. Bomb હોય પછી bomb શું છે? બધા શું છે? આપણે તો બહુ બધી છોકરી છે. રાજકોટ કેટલું? બેંગ્લોર કેટલું? બહુ બધું છે. Bomb ફેરવે. બસ bomb લાગે. આપણે bomb ફેરવે. આપણે એવું attack કરીએ તો આપણે bomb રાખીને એની city ને ઉડાડી દઈએ. આ bomb એક જ bomb હશે કા? કે વધારે નથી?
And,
કરવું છે તો આપણે ઘણા ભાગો તો આપણે જ થઈ જાય તો આપણે જીતી જાય એ બધું આપણે તો જીતશે.
A.
આપણે ઇન્ડિયા જીતશું બસ. પાકિસ્તાન જોજો કોઈ કાંઈ પણ તો પછી શાંતિ રાખવી પડે તો સમજવાનું.
Nice. Still not updating. Nothing.
જે જીતે તો ને પાકિસ્તાન જીતે તો શું થવાનું? પાકિસ્તાન જીતે તો
Nothing.
ઇન્ડિયા જીતશે. કારણ મેરેજ જ ના મેં સારા મેરેજ ના કરે સોશિયલ છે નોનવેજ ખાય બને મારી એ પણ મુસ્લિમ છે પણ પાકિસ્તાનની નથી ઇન્ડિયાની મુસ્લિમ છે પાકિસ્તાનની ફેવરમાં નથી ઇન્ડિયાની ફેવરમાં છે પણ તો પણ આપણે મુસ્લિમ ફ્રેન્ડ રખાય તો પછી સાથે મેરેજ ના કરે મારે ફ્રેન્ડ ના બનાવી
Seems to be doing better now.
બને પણ પછી હે બધાય નહીં પણ પેલા ડેન્સ ખાવું છે એનિમલ ને કાપેલા એનિમલ ખાવતા પછી એનિમલ ટ્રાય કરતા હોય તો ખાવમાં આપણે કાપે તો બ્લડ નીકળે એ બધું ખવાય આપણે હા ખવાય
Okay.
ખાય તો
So,
એને ખબર પડતી કે નોનવેજ વસ્તુ એનિમલ્સ ને મારીને ખાય છે સારું નથી એનિમલ
so it
ટ્રાય કરે
actually saving from here. That's very good.
એનિમલ ના પણ ગમતી હોય બધાને કટ કરેલા હોય તો દુઃખ ન થાય તો ખાય છે તો આપણે એને કહીએ નહીં ખાતું પણ ન ખાવું જોઈએ not good actually. We should not ignore it. Okay. આપણે હિન્દુ છે બેટા, આપણે બ્રાહ્મણ છે, આપણે નોનવેજ ન યશ પટેલ છે એ ભલે ન ખાય, આપણે બ્રાહ્મણ છીએ, બ્રાહ્મણ એટલે ગુડ કાસ્ટ. એમાં આપણે રિસ્પેક્ટ કરીએ, આપણે એની વકીલ ના આપણે એની રિસ્પેક્ટ કરીએ, આપણે કીડી નહીં મારતા નથી. આપણે
Now,
આપણે કોઈ પણને હેરાન કરીએ તો આપણને પછી એ લોકો હેરાન કરે. એટલે આપણે કોઈને મારીને નહીં ખાઈએ. તમને શું લાગે છે નોનવેજ ખાય છે? જે રીતે
oh, this is where.
કેટલો મુકતા હશે? હોટલો થાય તો મને ભગવાન ના તો પપ્પા જવાબ દે.
Hey,
જવાબ દે. નોનવેજ ખાવ જવાબ દે.
what are you talking about?
હવે એને ખબર નથી પડતા. હવે જયારે સમજણી થશે ને ત્યારે એને ખબર પડશે કે it's very bad to eat non-veg, ત્યારે એ મૂકી દેશે. ઘણા લોકો જે નોનવેજ ખાય છે એ રિયલાઇઝ કરે છે ને કે હવે મારે આ નિમણસે હર્ટ થાય છે, મારે ન ખાવું જોઈએ, એ મૂકી દે છે, પછી ખાતા જ નથી કોઈ દિવસ. તો કેમ રેયાંશ પેલા હવે ખાય છે? એને હજી ખબર નથી પડતી કે બરાબર છે. પેલા મને ખબર હતો, હવે એ ખાય છે. મમ્મી પપ્પાને નથી ખબર. મમ્મી પપ્પા એને દે છે એટલે. મમ્મી પપ્પા નોનવેજ છે? બરાબર ખાય છે. એ લોકોને કાસ પણ ખાય બેટા. એટલે ખાય
Okay, so here it is printing. From here, where does it go?
એની કંટાળી સિયા ખાય છે નથી ખાતી. આર્યો ખાય છે નથી. આ લોકો નથી ખાતા ને
Oh, yeah.
ખાય છે ને. માનુષિકા નથી ખાતી, પછી આરવી નથી ખાતી, ઈર્ષા નથી ખાતી, વીર નથી ખાતો, વંશ નથી ખાતો, હનીશિક નથી ખાતો. પછી બીજા નથી ખાતા લોકો. કેટલા ખાય છે? 3-4.
Yes. So now we are getting the content as well.
તો એ લોકો બરાબર ડેસ ના ખાય જ્યારે શોર્ટ ડેસ હોય ત્યારે એ લોકો ના ખાય, મંડે ના ખાય, સેટરડે.
Now let me add one more block.
ત્યારે રિસ્પેક્ટ કરે લોકો ગોડ. શ્રાવણ મહિનો ઓગસ્ટ ના ભગવાન મહાદેવ નો મહિનો છે. મહિનો
All right.
સેટરડે ના ખાય, ટ્યુઝડે ના, સન્ડે ખાય, સેટરડે મંડે. ના ખાય સન્ડે ખાય. ત્યારે તે ભગવાન ના વાર નહીં આવે. એ લોકો માને છે અને લોજિકલી તો બધા જ દેશ ભગવાન ના છે. તારે એને સલાહ નહીં આપવાની ન ખાવું જોઈએ, એને જે કરો એ કરે. કેમ? કારણ કે એના કલ્ચરમાં છે. Happy birthday, Mila. Cute. Super. बनाकर खबर है छोड़े नहीं तेरे वॉइस करना तो चले करके खबर है इतना कुछ खाई चले love ice cream. I hate the not sugar. Basically they make खबर से कि non-veg is not good. तो ये लोग बना दो कुछ because it's habit for them.
Draggable block.
Don't eat ice cream. I love ice cream. No. It's not what happened to 1 month. To 10 years. The same way they were putting on with the comparator, but not sure.
Hmm.
Hi, कितनी नतीजा तो फिर दो तो काय कितनी नतीजा है
Stay minute.
काय कितनी नतीजा काय कितनी नतीजा मैंने नोटिस किया तो
Hmm.
ये मैंने मैंने पढ़ा कि वो खाओ जो क्या बात है क्या खाई छे सिया क्या खाई छे मित्र क्या खाई छे आदि तारी तारी बॉडी आज नॉनवेज થઈ ગયો
We will fix this later because it's not really blocking anything. But let's generate something and save it now.
Professor. Meu padre. Ya. Professor. Sana bakın. Ne koyduk ki bunu çıkacak. Çok kesin. તમે કાવું છે નોનવેજ તમે બાય કરાવી ના મારે નથી તો બાય નોનવેજ મમ્મા માટે મંગાવ ને મારે નથી
Okay. So now we will work on put.
नाम कैसे सीख गई तू चिकन बनाना चिकन alligator crocodile yourself 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 banana strawberry banana strawberry I said alligator. You got it. Strawberry. I want to eat banana strawberry. Banana alligator. Grape? Oh, yes. Wait, Sally? Wait, Sally? Wait, Sally? Wait, Sally? Double. Wait. Pakistan distributions India पण have distribution.
टीचर आईडी।
रिक्वेस्ट रेस्पॉन्स मैंने आपको दिया, अगर आप चाहें तो वो यूज कर सकते हैं।
हाँ
रस्ट पैड में।
हाँ।
डाउन डाउन। आप
पोस्ट है ना?
आप नहीं, आपने जो बोला वही किया मैंने। 6 में देखिए जरा प्लीज। हाँ, क्रिएट लेसन।
ये तो क्रिएट, लेकिन अपडेट वाला।
अपडेट वाला नीचे वाला 7।
हम्म।
आपने पोस्ट बोला इसलिए पोस्ट किया।
हाँ हाँ।
हाँ, यहाँ पे इसमें आपसे मेरे को ये डिस्कस करना था। जितनी तरह की
हाँ
भी आपने आईडी मांगी है, उन सबको मैंने वैलिडेट किया, चेक किया है। हमें कोई आईडी तो चेंज नहीं, अपडेट नहीं करनी है ना यहाँ पर।
नहीं नहीं, फिर से बोलिए, आप क्या बोले?
हाँ, हमारी रिक्वेस्ट के अंदर जितनी भी आईडी जाएंगी, टीचर आईडी हो, लेसन आईडी हो, टॉपिक आईडी हो, उन सबका वैलिडेशन
हम्म।
चेक किया है, क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लगा कि आईडी हमें चेंज नहीं करनी है।
हाँ हाँ, आईडी चेंज नहीं करेगा, फ्रंट एंड आईडी को नहीं टच करेगा।
ओके। हाँ प्रतिभा जी, लास्ट जनरेटेड लेसन सर को बता दीजिए ताकि उसका लेसन आईडी डाल सके।
Pakistan. What gods are Pakistan's is that? Allah.
मुझे लगता है ये जो हम टीचर आईडी मेंटेन करते हैं ना, उसको इट्स ओनली फॉर कॉस्मेटिक पर्पसेस, उसके ऊपर रिलाई नहीं किया जा सकता, उसको वैलिडेट करना पड़ सकता है।
जी।
Hey, what's the name of the lesson?
सॉरी।
Karni ji asked something, so I'm just checking.
हाँ, अभी हमने जो लास्ट लेसन क्रिएट किया, हम उसी को अपडेट करके चेक करते हैं, तो उसका नाम पूछना चाह रहे हैं ताकि आपको उसकी आईडी बता सकें।
हाँ, वो नाम क्या है?
You're saying right. See? Right. You're saying right.
ये मैंने आपको हाँ, फॉर्मेट
Okay.
किया, क्रिएट
I'll
में
do
देख।
it. Right. Nagana Mangala Atina Jaya Bhagyan.
Yeah. सब्जेक्ट आपको आईडी चाहिए ना?
नहीं, मुझे आईडी नहीं चाहिए। डेटाबेस में देख के प्रतिभा जी आपको लेसन की आईडी बताएंगे जिसे हमें अपडेट करना है, क्योंकि हम डिलीट करते रहते हैं तो आईडी कंटिन्यूस नहीं है हमारे पास।
Looks like you updated the third lesson, 13th lesson. So I just wanted to know what did you add? I'm not seeing that.
Okay, just a minute. I'll do something here to ensure that this works. ID, topic ID. Now let us see what is going on. Payload. Let me just add that directly to the payload. Still not coming. So rather than me going this way, we go this way, which is what I was missing. क्या क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं लेसन नेम या इंस्ट्रक्शंस में ट्रांसलेशंस? चलो, ऑल राइट, तो ये लेसन हो गया अपडेट। एक बार करते हैं, example.com, foo.com, save changes, ये हो गया अपडेट। फिर से एक बार चेक, यस, तो अपडेट ऑपरेशन इज गोइंग थ्रू नाउ। ये एक्स अच्छा, यहाँ पे ये गलत कंस्ट्रक्ट कर रहा है ये आइटम को समहाउ।
Can you please show that?
सॉरी,
You told some galat construct हो रहा है. Can you please show that?
yeah, here only it is doing this. You see the second key item, it construct in the wrong way.
Which is the 34 K idea.
KID 34 is fine, but KID, this one, it is doing something wrong. Actually, it's not doing a lot of wrong things.
Did you add two lessons right now? Same name,
2 blocks, yes.
2 blocks. You added 2 blocks.
Yeah.
And then we are creating 2 lessons. It's the same lesson you changed.
Sorry.
My question is, did you add 2 lessons or 2 blocks?
Second block in the same lesson.
Second block in the same lesson.
Yeah.
So, but it is creating 2 lessons here. I wanted to know clearly because it'll
No,
be.
it's not creating 2 lessons. It's creating two K items.
I have the same name 22 and 23 lessons. Lesson ID, lesson name is both are Earth. That's why I wanted to ask. Because it should not happen like that. So I'm asking in that way. If you're okay.
Okay.
Can you just check if you have 2 lessons by the same name?
Yeah, we have.
Oh, okay. Then it's correct.
Okay, for that matter,
Yeah.
let me
Oh.
let me also do the delete operation now, because I want to test that out. डिलीट कैसे है?
जी लास्ट 21 देता हूँ सर.
Can you just tell me what is the wrong thing that you could see? Because everything seems to be fine here. I want to know what is wrong that you told something is wrong. Can you just tell me?
Yeah. I'll just. I mean, that's more of a data corruption on the UI side. But first of all, I want to delete one entry.
If you want to delete a lesson or a key item, what do you want to do?
Just delete lesson
और
ID. Is it?
आईडी प्रतिभा जी आईडी लास्ट बता देंगे प्लीज. 21 है,
22 है, 21 नहीं है.
22 है. ओके.
ठीक है. So it should be able to handle a delete call. Let us see. Just delete one of these, okay? Great. So delete call just worked.
Lesson 22 got deleted. Okay.
लेकिन ये आपका कुछ उसमें वो कास्केड डिलीट का प्रॉब्लम है ना?
No, everything is fine here.
Okay, so again there are two other earth and water. Here we got some error.
See, you had lesson number 22 deleted and it is here 22 deleted. The name Earth lesson number 23 is still there. Yes, because we didn't delete yet. May I know what is the real problem that you are facing?
No, 5. This one is saying 5.
5 Earth is also there. One more lesson.
Yeah,
Name,
that is unable to delete.
you're
So
not,
that's intended.
okay, you're not able to delete lesson 5
Yeah.
Earth. Right? Okay. but in mine it got deleted,
Okay. Okay.
and we have only one 23 lesson ID named Earth. We had 3 before. Now you deleted one and the other one before. So we have one Earth. If you really get lessons, if you see, you should have only.
Okay. I'll add a KX column so that this error goes away. For now. Okay. What is the payload here? Oh, wait. This KX needs to go to the K item. So that means it needs to go here. For a draggable block, initial data equal to block KX. What is the problem now? Okay, it's still not picking up the KX from here. One suggestion would be to, stop enforcing the null check for KX because we are not using it for now.
Okay. I think we are deleting that KX expression in the version 2.
Yeah,
Yes,
KX if
we are
for now
deleting.
I'm going to add it somehow to the
Got that, got that.
Okay. Yes. So there we go.
And then which one did you do? Can you just tell me so that I'll check it in my database?
Yeah, I just added a fake KX for now, but I would suggest we remove that check, so that will work out. But if you can see now, we have two key items successfully being there. Okay, now I'll do another removal of a key item here. And let's see if it is successfully working. Yes, it is. Okay, let me do a quick change here. Right? So let's add a mastery type. Oh, okay. મારે નથી તું પી જા. We have a lot of school. Okay, so it's missing one minor thing, but if we track it down, also the K type is a must. So why it did not come through?
Balaji, we're removing even K phase, right? Learning, mastery, and evaluation in the next version.
Sorry.
In the next version, we are removing K phase, that is learning, mastery, evaluation.
Yeah, but instead we wanted one other name, right? What was the other name, you remember?
I'm sorry, I don't
Because
remember.
we actually wanted.
In the second phase, I thought, Dhavalji, we wanted to get rid of this learning mastery approach. The content block, the key item will have a particular tagging, but the learning mastery evaluation itself as a overall phase will go away.
Will go away. Okay.
Each
Yeah,
of the,
then I
each
think
of the
what we
K,
will have is, quiz and AI evaluation as a option here itself.
yeah, each key item would be would be tagged. Okay, whether it is
Yeah,
meant
so
as
then K type becomes expansive, containing quiz and AI evaluation.
yeah, that is the content type. Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then we will merge that. Then we will have to not worry about this other block type. For
Yeah.
now, I'm adding it so that
Yeah.
it won't
Yeah.
have a problem. So let us again add this. So we have, sorry, mastery. Yeah. There are two problems here. Adding a key type Let us just do it very easily. Add a mastery block here. Uh-oh.
Dhruv ji, K type is text or media?
Sorry?
K type is text or media?
Yeah, text.
मीडिया शायद इतनी
Acha.
बार
But for now it is working. Even mastery is now added. And I just changed the order now. So let's see if that worked. So it is updating the lesson. Yeah, there we go. Now let me add a quiz. Quiz is having an issue.
शायद मेरे ख्याल से क्विज बाद में आया सर
हाँ जी.
प्रतिभा जी क्विज है क्या हमारे डेटाबेस में बाद में आया सर शायद क्विज
तो इसमें क्या होगा कि के फेज इज इवैल्यूएशन
जी
और उसमें मैं के टाइप डाल देता हूँ.
जी
हाँ, ये शायद नहीं होगा अभी, पता नहीं है, पर लेट्स जस्ट ट्राई आउट.
मुझे भी लगता है शायद नहीं होगा पर ट्राई कर सकते
ठीक है, अभी ये हमने कर दिया क्विज का. देखते हैं। हाँ, क्विज कर तो दिया है इसमें। दैट मीन्स इसका मैं के आइटम टाइप दे लेता हूँ। ये टाइप टेक्स्ट है, के फेस इवैल्यूएशन है, इवैल्यूएशन टाइप क्विज है। दैट मीन्स इसमें अगर मैं क्विज डालता हूँ, correct? Oh, okay. Somehow it broke the
Yeah, that block quiz is not being added here. I can see. Oh.
yeah, it broke the editor, but it's okay. Anyway, if it is able to save things, also that's fine.
Evaluation type quiz, right?
Yeah, evaluation will work fine.
So you added quiz, right?
Yeah.
So I'm able to see, so detection. But
So,
but the way that I'm getting is completely different than what I was expecting. We'll look into this part.
yeah. And yeah, you're not able to store this value.
Yeah, because of the way that I'm getting is not true.
Yeah, you might have to look into that as well. How we will deal with text inputs. I think if you want to maintain the URL blobs, it's fine, but you will have to write a middleware for that, from which front end will send a long text, and you will go ahead and store that in a URL, and vice versa. When I'm requesting the key items, internally you retrieve the URL and send me the long text.
This is how I am getting. I'll just show it to you on the end of this. This is how I am getting.
How, Shalu?
In the Rust pad I have written.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This is the only thing we are expecting. This is what the format we wanted.
Mhm.
Getting the format something like this.
So for the quiz,
Okay.
we are passing it in KURL. So it's okay. I think,
And
the error we finally got was that of, it's not able to ingest such a big text.
yeah, this is another type of block that we are getting. And
Mhm.
this type of block that we are getting. We are getting different kinds of blocks. So to check why are we getting and how can we make it into how can we make it into this part?
Okay.
Pratibha ji, currently, what is the data type of KURL? Is that where you're storing this blob?
No, KURL, we are storing it as a text, like, character, variant character 255. That's it. It's like a usual text only.
So this content that Dhavalji just now gave,
This is the content that we are getting. This is the content that we are expecting. This is the.
sorry, I do not have Rust pad.
Oh, okay.
Can Dhavalji share the screen?
Yes, Vijay, I'm sharing it in the Zoom.
Yeah. So it's not a data type issue, Pratibha ji. You are able to handle the data type, is it?
It's not a data type issue. We are getting some K items and we don't know how to put it into real, we have only KID, K expression URL and these type and face. And when we are getting all different ones here, like, we are getting name, level, topic, subject, image URL, all this we don't know what it is. So that's how our database.
No, I think the only concern you have is that of one is, supporting image URL.
Not yet.
Okay, that is important one. And second one is that you would want to support, remove the KExp. Okay, KExp is no longer needed. We will be also now removing KPhase. That's also not needed. So then what other thing that is critical is like, how will we think about long text like this? I think please discard the other issues that you are receiving additional fields. That is something we will fix along the way, and those will not be big changes. But and yeah, this AI tutor you might want to think about. So AI tutor,
That comes in the version 2.
I think Dhavalji's internet.
Okay.
So right now, this entire JSON that I'm seeing in line number 313
Mm,
to 326.
mm.
So when the submission came, the entire content is from line number 273, is it?
Yeah, the entire content, we just took it and put it in the JSON. It does not have a proper format. So what happens is K-routes just took it. But when it comes to K items, it will check, okay, do I have KID? Do I have this one? Whatever is there related to it, it just put it into itself. But the rest of it, it just ignores. But K-route still has the information. But that does not work like that when it comes to if you want to put it back to him.
No. Okay. So now the API that got called was to create a lesson, right?
Not a create a lesson. It's a patch. It's a patch.
Okay. It's a patch. Okay. Because I see line number 269 as delete. That was earlier, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So 272, what came is a patch.
Yes.
Okay. So the KID is 61. And then the 62, 63. So the what is the change that came for each of the KIDs?
It keeps on changing, right? First time we just expected 1, 2, 3. 6 kinds we'll expect. KID, expression, URL, description, type, and face. But when I got the next time as the KID 62, I have so many other things like name, level, topic, subject, image URL. None of this, I don't want any of these. So the rest of it, whatever we want, I will just put it. For example, I'll just show it to you in the K item 62 allowed. 62. If I see in the K item 62, K types text is there, KR URL has taken, description is not there.
So
Because
you are expecting this KID and the entire JSON to go into one column, is it?
yeah, I expect this KID is there. The expression hook is there. This one I have taken, assimilated into this. This one is also there. The rest of it, I don't care at all.
I'm not able to. Where are you typing, G? Are you typing in Rust or are you typing in your screen?
Are you able to see if I block it here?
Okay. Yeah. Line number 283 onwards, right?
Yes. See, the thing is here, KID, I don't want. This one, I will take it. Yes, okay. After then, I will take this one also. After then, I will take this one also. I'll take K type also. And that's okay face. The rest of it, I don't care at all.
When you say I don't care,
I don't
you,
care.
you're,
I'm not populating in it into K items because I don't have anything related to. So when you ask back, I don't think I'll be able to give the whole thing. That is also there.
okay. Is it possible that you currently the table structure for the K item? So you have a KID and a JSON column, is it?
No, not KID is also inside the JSON column.
Okay, so the entire K item is a JSON column for you.
Yeah, the whole thing. This whole thing.
That whole, so what's the table name?
K items.
K items. And what are the columns in the K items?
This.
Oh, you have individual columns.
Yeah.
Okay, and what is currently happening is, these additional columns, you don't have any placeholders for them.
Yes.
Um,
And here also, this AI tutor, these are all new for me. And the database does not know what to do. It will say, I'm so sorry, I don't know what to do. I'll just drop it.
And the API is simply passing this entire JSON as is.
As to my K routes. Right
So
now,
how is it doing? Is it doing an insert or an update in the API?
yeah, insert.
Okay, and it is while inserting, it would be inserting to particular columns, right?
I'm just taking the whole K item, keeping it as a chunk, and then taking it one by one and putting it in the K items. Now I understood that I should not do that way. It's better I select whatever they give and then put it in my K routes. That's what I have understood now.
Okay, so when you say you,
Yeah,
I didn't think you have written any database function. It is all in the API, right?
API, I'll have to give the database select and insert queries, right?
Okay, can Karni Singh,
Okay.
can you, Karniji, show exactly what is the API that is getting triggered when Dhavalji is sending a patch?
Sure, sir. शेयर करूं सर?
हाँ जी.
We are just building a JSON build and then we are updating it into the K routes column. And then, and that is not a right way is what I understood now.
Okay. So Karniji, please show the API.
Yeah, sir. अपडेट लेसन एपीआई सर।
कहाँ हो रहा है वो?
यहाँ से एक बताता हूँ सर। यहाँ से स्टार्ट है सर।
हाँ
करते हैं, चेक करते हैं लेसन एग्जिस्ट है क्या,
हाँ
और है या नहीं है। लेसन आईडी और टीचर आईडी से चेक करते हैं हम। फिर चेक करते हैं इफ टॉपिक एंड सब्जेक्ट एग्जिस्ट है क्या।
हम्म
फिर चेक करते हैं, लेसन को अपडेट करते हैं। अगर गिवन इंफॉर्मेशन राइट है, सारे चेक्स पास हो जाते हैं तो।
ओके, यू आर पिकिंग पर्टिकुलर कॉलम्स।
हाँ लेकिन, हाँ यहाँ तक पर्टिकुलर है, लेकिन जो केयर आउट की बोल रहे हैं प्रतिभा जी,
हाँ हाँ हाँ
वो
हाँ
मैं एक जैसन के रूप में पास कर रहा हूँ पूरे, जो भी मुझे आ रहा है
हाँ
सर।
तो
चेक करता हूँ मैं। और के, हाँ, कि आ
वो
रहा है, ये नीचे आएगा सर एग्जिस्टिंग यहाँ से।
नीचे नीचे ये अपडेट के आइटम्स डायरेक्टली जा रहा है ना।
so this is also particular columns.
दो टेबल्स हैं हमारे पास। एक हमारे पास केयर आउट से, एक की आइटम्स है।
हम्म
तो मैं अब शो भी करूँ सर?
हाँ, एक मिनट,
डेटाबेस।
यहाँ तक तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है
ऊपर
ना?
जाइए, थोड़ा सा ऊपर जाइए। हाँ स्लोली। और एक और अपडेट होना चाहिए ना केयर आउट्स पे।
केयर आउट्स का नीचे आएगा शायद।
ओके, ये आइटम पहले कर रहे हैं क्या?
हाँ, पहले के आइटम जाएगा, फिर उसमें से केयर आउट लेंगे हम।
ओके,
अपडेट केयर आउट्स।
अपडेट पूरा जेसन डाल रहे हैं ना।
हाँ जी।
हाँ वही मैं बोल रही थी। दिस इज व्हाट आई सेड।
Yeah, so when this comes, Pratibha ji, update care out set key items is equal to,
हाँ,
he's just passing it as is, right?
whatever he is getting, the whole
हाँ
thing passing it now. Before to
हाँ
put it into the K items table, he's selecting and putting it. But when it comes to K routes table, he's not selecting. Whatever he gets, he'll just put it off. That's
हाँ
the
ओके। तो उससे उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? सो द केयर आउट्स, इज इट सेइंग आई कैनॉट टेक दिस ऑन द जेसन बी, यू हैव पुट अ स्कीमा वैलिडेशन रूल, इज इट?
because I will not know, right? The extra things that are being given to me, I don't know what to do. All those extra things, still, whether it is extra or not, small or less or more, I don't care. We are updating the whole thing into the care outs table. That
Sure,
should not.
sure. Now, my question, Pratibha ji, is in the care out, that column, K items column, it's a JSON B.
Mm,
Have you put particular schema as a how it should expect?
mm,
No,
no.
right? So,
Mm,
for example, if Carnegie's code calls this line number 506 update care outs, it'll happen, right?
yeah.
So right now, where is the issue then? In the K items, these columns are not there, but in the K routes, it goes.
Yes. That's that's what I don't think it's a right thing to do. I understood now. Because I thought everything will be clear and then set path. But now when I see it is not true, so
अपन अपन प्रतिभा जी सर से डिस्कस करेंगे, और सर धौल जी से करेंगे, क्योंकि आपका और हमारा लेवल अभी अपने दोनों लर्नर्स हैं। तो विजय जी का, धौल जी का और सर का कैसे डिसाइड करना, ये अपन इन पे छोड़ देते हैं।
हाँ ठीक है वो।
प्रॉब्लम मैं भी नोट कर रहा हूँ, जैसे मुझे दो प्रॉब्लम्स लगी, टॉपिक हमारा गलत जा रहा है, तो मैंने नोट कर रखा है, अपन सर से डिस्कस करेंगे। रिजल्ट आ रहा है लेकिन वैसा नहीं आ रहा जैसा एक्चुअल में आना चाहिए।
ले-
तो अपन इनका टाइम ना बर्बाद करके अपनी जो हडल होगी उसमें डिस्कस करते हैं ये। ऐसा मेरा मानना है, बाकी जैसा आपको ठीक लगे। मुझे नहीं पता मैं राइट हूँ या रॉन्ग हूँ।
नहीं नहीं मैं
सॉरी विजय जी, मुझे पता नहीं है कैसे बात करनी चाहिए, इसलिए मैंने ये बोल दिया।
हाँ नहीं
नहीं,
नहीं
कोई बात नहीं। हम उसके बारे में बात नहीं कर रहे। वी जस्ट डिस्कसिंग व्हाट मे बी द
हाँ,
पॉसिबल रीजन।
लेकिन जेसन को हम कैसे रोक पाएंगे सर? या तो फिर हमेशा के लिए फिक्स हो जाएगा वो जेसन।
So right now, Pratibha ji, the API is working, but when Dhaval ji expects it back, he won't find it.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
that is the
everything is being given, why am I not getting?
that is the current issue. Okay, so now looks like it's a documentation issue, whereas the versions are mismatching. The way UI is expecting and the way APIs have been coded, there is a design mismatch.
I would like to know this one also in the other section.
Hmm.
How, I mean, in the database, I need to keep it properly so that when he asks, I should be able to give it. That's the only thing I know right now.
Yeah, yeah. Also, not for now, Carnegie and Pratibha ji, you may want to note down one more point. I'm noticing that this particular method you've written, the update lesson, many things are happening. For example, it is modifying few things in the K items and few things in the K routes. You may want to make them as separate functions. For example, if you're updating K routes or if you're updating K items, and from your lesson service, that is update lesson, you should simply call those as database functions. Otherwise, this particular table, you may be touching in more than one place. So if let's say in another function also, if you're going to be calling K route update, then it will be difficult to manage from where you are doing the change. So DB changes, if they happen through a single function, and in your service file, you invoke that function, it would be better. And it also will be easier for you to test unit by unit.
But that is what is happening right now, Ji. Update lesson is happening. No, I'm not getting what you're trying to say.
What is happening now is you are calling one big function called as update lesson.
Correct.
And there so many things are happening, right?
So many things are like, it is questioning. First, actually, what is happening is if lesson is correct or not, if teacher is correct or not, subject ID, topic ID is correct or not. Only
Correct.
then.
Correct. All of these are necessary for the update lesson to work. I agree. What I am saying is, Ji, for example, you have this line number 505, which is doing an update on the K routes, right? Now, this particular database update is being embedded directly here in this update lesson function. Instead, imagine there was a function in your DB service file, which is only to, which is called as update K routes.
Okay.
And whenever you need to update K route, you pass the request to that function and it updates and sends you are okay or not okay, right?
Split it
If
up.
you, what is that?
Split it up.
If you split like that, then what happens is whenever you need to update K routes, only that function gets invoked.
Okay.
Now what happens is in another service file, just as an example, say update, now you have update lesson. Let's say there is one more function you need to come up with, where also let's say you need to update the K route. Then you will write another update query there. Now what happens is there are multiple places where you have written the K routes update. Tomorrow, for whatever reason, imagine your K routes structure has to change. Then you have to go and touch all these 3, 4, 5, 6 different places where K routes update query is being fired.
Okay. कार्नी जी आपको अंडरस्टैंड हो रहा है क्या?
हाँ हो रहा है सर। हम डीटीओ और एंटिटी मॉडल यूज कर सकते हैं ना?
So that you can discuss with Shravanji. I just wanted to trigger that thought process. Like how we discussed yesterday in the huddle, right? The solid.
मैंने ऑप्शन रखा था सर, पर वो शायद
बोल
सक्सेसफुल नहीं था।
ठीक है करेंगे. Whatever he said is right, and I think it's a right way to think also. Vijay ji, thank you with that.
So it is called a solid principle, G, SOLID. So understand what is solid principle. So functions, if they're written using the solid principle, it is easier to manage and maintain. So that's the only call out. Just make a note of it, discuss. We can iterate slowly. Yeah, Double G is back. Let's focus back on the integration topic. Double G. Double G, can you hear us? Not sure if Double G has a.
Some network issues.
Yeah, again, looks like a network issue.
Vijayji, did you see anything else so that you can point out?
Yeah, these are the two main things, G. Another thing that I prompted yesterday to Anisha ji and Kushi ji, same thing applies to your backend development also, which is that test-driven development. So if we adopt a test-driven development, we will write better code. So I'm just sharing these two links in our AI apps team.
Oh, you mean to say test-driven coding and the solid principles, right?
Yes. So one is test-driven development. Another one is solid.
Solid principles, right?
Yeah. I've shared the link in the AI apps team.
Mm, mm. Um, so do you have anything else? I mean, from the morning we have been checking, like, all
Yeah.
the.
So one thing, maybe once when Dhavalji joins, we can discuss. Usually, when we do what is called as a contract design or API design, right?
Mm,
Both the parties, that is UI and API, they stick to those nomenclatures and contract details. And if at all there is an evolution needed, it is usually kept as a next version. And we isolate the changes. So this integration should have been very, very fast. It should have been as simple as if, let's say, the contract is agreed, and if, let's say, the front end has been developed according to the contract, and backend also has been developed according to the contract, it should have been only a URL change. And of course, there can be some data issues, maybe some like login, ID, password. Those are acceptable. But many of the other changes that I noticed, I just wanted to understand from Dhavalji also. Are they contract issues? That is, where there was no agreement between the front end and the back end on the API signature, or were the contracts not necessarily honored by either of the sides? So that is the other learning, G.
Yeah, we just followed that API UI flow. That Teachmate UI flow, there is a document that has been updated, that is there.
Yeah.
Sent. Just followed that. We didn't do anything much because we
So
thought.
if that is a contract, then that is correct. That is acceptable. However, if that was followed and if that is not aligning, then is it that the front end then went on to assume certain things and was not necessarily documented in that design document or contract document, or is it that the back end assumed certain modifications and that is not necessarily in the front end? That is what a contract misalignment is.
Yeah, we.
इसमें एक मेरा भी सजेशन है सर,
Yeah.
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होने के बाद वो ईमेल भी होना चाहिए ताकि वो बाद में एडिट नहीं हो, ताकि कंफर्म रहे, वरना वो चेंज कर देते, हम लोग कंफ्यूज रह जाते हैं कि ये क्या हो गया।
यही प्रॉब्लम है।
हम्म।
वो ईमेल हो जाना चाहिए, वो ड्राइव पे ना रखे, मेल कर दीजिए ताकि हमारी मेल पे हम खोल के देखें कि हमें ये काम करना है।
So usually when we have a design document, we call it as a baselining. Okay, so you need to baseline. Okay, so let's say, okay, is this contract in place? Is this agreed, accepted? Then both the
Excuse
front end
me,
and the back
Vijay
end.
ji.
Hanji.
Should I call Dhaval ji?
Yeah. Maybe he is having an internet issue. But if you can call, it'll be helpful, Anupama ji.
Huh.
Shravan sir actually made it very clear. You follow only this Teachmate UI flow.
Hmm.
Just followed that to the dot. Because he said, what do we do? We have to give what they ask. Nothing more, nothing less.
Sure. Yeah, that's where maybe if at all changes have happened without necessarily uh, agreement, then usually those are next versions. Once when a particular version has been agreed, it is baselined. So maybe the baseline did not happen. So anyway, let's understand from Dhavalji.
We
We'll
will
have
do that. What you said is understandable and very agreeable for both of the
yeah.
platforms here. As Karniji explained, we want it in terms of, this is the version we are having it, this is how it is, and this is the mail ID. We'll put it in the mail, and that's it, freeze. The later, whatever happens, will be for the next version.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want it on the mail ID, it will be helpful. What exactly happens if we are doing it on the shared
Vijay ji, he's joining again.
Okay, Ji. Thank you.
There is
Ji.
a network issue and he's joining.
Okay.
yeah. And what happens if somebody changes that, we'll not even notice, we'll not even
Correct, Ji.
changes.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
Quite possible. Yeah.
share a document. We want a clear one.
So, in fact, there is no need for a mail-based thing. Of course, mail can be sent, but the document itself, the way we can organize the document is, we can make a copy of the document and call it as V1 and make it, kind of read only and comment only. If at all somebody has to change it, they have to raise a comment, then everybody gets triggered. The moment they add a comment, no, you can be watching for the comments. So that way you will know that something is being requested for change in the baseline document, and then a short conversation can happen.
Okay, Ji. You just please look into
Yeah. Well, once Dhavalji joins, it would be good if even Shravanji was there. So let's see if after Dhavalji joins, let's continue the process now. I think we are almost at the end of the integration, right?
Delete is also over, this is also over, so
Yeah. So we can identify what the next steps can be. Any idea when Shravanji is going to come?
usually Saturdays he'll be very busy after 12:30.
Okay. Hariom Dhavalji.
Yes, Vijay ji.
Yeah. So,
It is
Dhavalji, from your viewpoint, is there anything more in terms of integration, Ji?
For Teachmate, we are pretty much done. I think some more testing with quiz type and AI evaluation type, but other than that, as of now, we are done.
Okay, so just we were discussing a few observations, Ji. Shall we switch the topic to the observations?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so let me just quickly share the screen, Ji. That way we can, when we are discussing, we can be clear what we are speaking about.
રાજકોટ અમદાવાદ અને રાજસ્થાન જતી ટ્રેનો ચાલે છે પણ મુસાફરમાં કચકાટ છે મુસાફરો જાતા નથી
Yeah, so let us capture our observations. in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Dhavalji, you want to go first? What are the observations in terms of the?
Yeah, I'll go last actually. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Karniji, you have observations?
ओनली वन सर जो आपको बताया.
Which is the API input output should be frozen.
Yes sir.
મહેન્દ્રભાઈ ની ફ્લાઇટ
With version number.
હું તે દિવસે 3 દિવસ પહેલા કર્યો ત્યાર તો હજી કઈ ખબર નહોતી.
આ બધી જાત્રાએ બંધ થઈ ગઈ જો
ના ના અમદાવાદ એરપોર્ટ બંધ છે એટલે
બધી કેદારનાથ
Version number sir.
બધી
Version
જાત્રા
number,
બંધ
version number.
બધું બંધ છે. હા
બધું બંધ છે.
એટલે કદાચ નોઈન
Dhavalji,
નોઈન
can you be on mute for a moment, please? Sorry,
वर्जन नंबर के साथ फ्रोजन हो जाए सर.
and frozen with the version number. Okay. All right. Anything else, Karniji?
No sir.
Pratibhaji, your observations? Are you there, Pratibhaji?
Yeah, nothing for now.
Okay, so this is the only thing from your side also, is it?
Yeah, I just wanted some data would be a good idea. From the UI team, a little bit of data, like, maybe I'll be thinking something and something else should not be there.
Okay, so
Maybe because they're actually adding some data into the, they're using data, real-time data, they're using it, but I don't know anything. I'll
so
just,
specific data would be
for us also, because I've never seen what is inside, what's going on there.
DB API. Okay, so knowing the data. Okay, all right, wonderful. Any other points, Ji, Pratibhaji?
No, the same the data along with the levels, and I have little confusion with those levels and things like that. So yes, this.
Yeah, so some specific examples. That is what specific data examples is what you are looking for.
With
Okay.
level 1, level 2, something levels.
Once we look into the particular request response, all possible fields would be discussed. No, levels and all would come in that naturally, if at all it is there. Anupama ji, any observations from your side?
Not at all, Ji.
Okay.
विजय जी एक चीज और पूछनी है.
हाँ.
पॉसिबल है या नहीं है पता नहीं. जैसे हम लोग डेटाबेस को होस्ट करने के बाद कोड को लोकल पे रखते हुए डेटाबेस को चेक करते हैं पहले. फिर डेटाबेस को होस्ट कर दिया जीसीपी पे क्लाउड सीक्वल में, और कोड को होस्ट कर देते हैं जीसीपी क्लाउड रन पे, फिर उसको टेस्ट करते हैं. तो क्या ये पॉसिबल है कि कोड को हम लोकल पे रखते हैं यूपीआई के साथ इंटीग्रेट करके चेक कर सकें, ताकि कुछ एरर प्रॉब्लम हो तो उनको ठीक करने के बाद उसे होस्ट कर सकें यूआई के साथ, यूआई प्लस कोड को भी हम कर सकें ऐसा? जो आज हम कर रहे थे उसमें हम सिर्फ देख पा रहे थे, हम अपने लॉग पे चेक नहीं कर पा रहे थे कि ये रिक्वेस्ट सेंड करते हैं तो क्या आ रहा है.
That okay. So that is because Karniji, you have not yet enabled logging on the server side. So you ideally should enable. So, but that's a good point. Enable API logging and observability. So usually this is called as observability. जैसे आपको रिक्वेस्ट आ रहा है तो
रिक्वेस्ट में क्या आया, कंसोल पे क्या आया, एरर क्या आया, तो ये सब भी उस टाइम हम ऑब्जर्व कर पाए सर.
Correct. So you need to enable that. So we will think about that next. That's a good point. So it doesn't really require you to do it locally. It can be done even when it is hosted on the cloud. And that is where this API logging and observability come into picture.
Okay, sir.
Dhavalji, your observations? Dhavalji, are you there?
Vijayji, we can see the same kind of logs in Cloud SQL also, right?
So once you have the API logging, G, what kind of queries are being fired, you should be able to log them also.
Means I should
Yes.
have more permissions for that. Okay.
See, right now you are not anyway having any functions on your database side. All the processing is happening in your API. So as a database engineer, you can also notice or watch the API log to see what kind of DB queries are being fired. That you can even group separately. When this API request came, what DB log, DB query got fired, and what is the data that was sent, what is the data response that came, all that you can also log.
And that can happen instead of checking inside the database here, putting all those queries separately, drawing it out. I can see it in the log itself, right? That's
The
what.
log itself, correct.
Okay. Then I'll ask some permissions from Shravan sir.
That we can design next. Once you have access to the whatever the logging, I'll discuss with Shravanji. There is something called as a GCP cloud logging.
Yeah, I saw.
From our container, we should be able to enable that logging. And that one is very simple. If we enable logging in our Nest.js code, just how you're doing a console log, right? You can add different levels, info level, error level, like that. And those kind of logs appear in your GCP cloud log. And you can filter, you can group, you can search by particular API, search by particular time. All that is a very important skill that we can master next.
Okay. Yeah, please add this one also to me so that I will also.
Yes. That's what this is. Enable API logging and observability. That's what this item is. Dhavalji, are you back? Are you able to hear us?
Yes, I'm back.
So your observations, Ji?
Nothing as such. I mean, this went pretty much as expected. The code that Bolt had generated is pretty bad, especially in Teachmate. So, it took longer than expected for Teachmate. That should not be the case for StudentMate. But then again, we, have prioritized integration over productionization. So it is also expected that this would happen. So nothing out of the box here.
Okay. So in terms of whether this integration effort itself could have been any faster, any suggestions, Ji, any viewpoint about that?
No, not really. See, we have API enabled. I mean, Teachmate is very crude compared to StudentMate. So still we have APIs enabled. We have, data structures going on.
Dhavalji?
StudentMate with respect to componentization and discussing the structure and APIs and all. That much level we have not put in Teachmate.
In Teachmate.
So
Yeah.
whatever happened today was pretty expected. Like, if we want to make it faster, then we would want to spend more time discussing the same about Teachmate and ensuring that Teachmate follows that structure,
Yeah.
which we have not done. So I think, in fact, doing that exercise as much as possible will reduce our actual coding time. But that being said, I would say, see, the context, the way I see it is that the context of integration here is quite different. The context of integration is not only to enable productionizing. The context of integration here is to provide the teachers with a tool as fast as possible so that they can, review their output in StudentMate. So I am still okay with all these issues that are happening. If that allows us to bring more clarity about, the workflow between teachers and students. So, then based on whatever happens there, we will have more clarity on where we need to spend our time and, how much we need to productionize. So it's a trade-off we have consciously taken, which I think is okay.
Fair point. So,
Yeah.
Prabhuji was thinking, along with Gayatri ji and Rajita ji, he may want to go to Purna Chetana. I do not know exactly when, maybe next week or the week after, and spend 2-3 days there, along with one or two particular teachers, and start pushing some content. So yeah, so this was definitely to enable the data flow to happen.
Exactly. Yeah. That's where, I'm aligned that let's make this happen, however dirty and bad it may be, but
Yeah.
let's not worry about, whatever happens in the integration process.
It is not a worry. It is also an opportunity for us in terms
Mhm.
as engineering team to look
Yeah.
at what else we can do better. That's how
Correct.
idea is.
Yeah. But if we look at it from this context, then, that guilt is also not there to an extent where, how we could have sped it up or how we could have, made it better. I would say this is actually the intent that we are enabling the team. And in fact, a portion of our, chaotic nature of work and things keep on changing is because of the fact that, we are trying to make this model to a real world situation as close as possible while, trying to also work on software. So it's keeping on changing, and it might keep on changing as and when we relate more to things.
Yeah, so maybe as we go into that content experiment with the teachers, right? There we may need shorter iterations. So one way we could potentially think of doing that experiment is, let's say Gayatri ji and then the teachers are together in one place, say Mysore, and as they do, if they find that, okay, we need these changes, then I think probably towards the middle of the day or end of the day, they collect those 2-3 changes, and the UI and the API team come into a working session just like how we did now, and we should be able to kind of do a immediate fix.
So that is actually a good point, Vijayji, and I was going to also make that point that whatever we did today should be happening more frequently. Like, backend team working on silos and UI team working on silos. Rather than that, now we are at a stage where we can all get into a session and work together, and have back and forth. probably it's happening already for Teachmate. We will do it for StudentMate. But now that should be the situation. Rather than split of disciplines, it's more like split of functions, and
Correct.
let's everybody on a particular team work together. Because, like, you know, we as a UI team need to be aware more of some of the concerns of backend teams, and they also, can work more with the product on a daily basis, which will enable them to know what is going on.
Absolutely, absolutely. So,
Yeah.
okay, so that's one thing. Then purely from a, couple of, any other points before I share some of my points?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm pretty, actually happy with what we pulled off in one day.
Absolutely. Totally agree with you, Ji. Given the nature of especially Teachmate hasn't really been structured as well as the StudentMate.
Yeah.
Given that, by the end of the day, at least I would say 80 to 90% of the data is flowing, and
Yeah.
gaps are explainable, and there are no major oops or gotchas. It's a good victory. I also agree with you, Ji. Coming to specific things, one thing I was sharing when you were away with Carnegie and Pratibha Ji. One is, I think we should look at how we can cultivate a test-driven development discipline. So this helps us to write test code before we develop the actual code. So that way, we will be able to refactor the code fast. Given as an example API, we should write, okay, what are all the behaviors we expect from this API? And each of the behavior should be a test case. And we should ensure that, those behaviors are automated and those behaviors fail. And then we should look into passing those behaviors. So that way we should be very clear, okay, this particular API exhibits 3, 4, 5 behaviors and which behavior is failing. So this is generally called as a test-driven development approach. So this is one thing that I would recommend. Especially it is very, very valuable for the backend development. Even the front-end development, to a certain extent, can consider a test-driven development, because especially if you're thinking in terms of your bolt-driven approach, what I should get out of bolt is a set of very specific behaviors. So if you have identified behaviors, and if you have thought of some kind of unit test cases, you may be also able to refactor faster. So from a front-end viewpoint, does that make sense, Dhavalji?
Yeah, I'll definitely want to integrate it at a certain stage. We'll come to that, Vijay. I think TDD is something that we do in front end, but I want to train the team on a certain particular aspect along the way as well. So I'm actually doing that already, and when the time comes, we'll start integrating TDD.
Excellent. Then the last thing that I noticed is about the solid principles, especially the update lesson kind of a method has a lot of things going on inside it, and it is necessary for that. But all of it, the code block is embedded into one single big method. So we should really look into how do we create smaller testable units, and that's what the primary function of Solid is to enable us to create a code which is easier to understand and also easier to maintain. So this is another prompt, and to a large extent, I can notice that front end is relatively okay, but today's code base, like you said, Dhavalji, is not necessarily reviewed by you. So therefore, a lot of it is relatively messy, but that is understandable.
Yes, yes. But we definitely want to achieve this solid state. And at least for student mate, we have done that exercise of, what are the components and units of the system.
Yeah.
We will shortly do it for Teachmate.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think these were some of the observations from my side. Any questions, anyone? Okay. So if there are none, so Dhavalji, what do you recommend is the next step? Do you recommend us to work on the student mate like this?
Yes, we should do this exercise of, working on student mate session,
Integration, right?
probably in a couple of days. I want to make some quick changes to Teachmate based on what I observed today.
Yeah.
And we'll push those changes. I mean, whatever is the current state, I'm just going to push that.
Yeah.
And, make some more changes and push it. And student mate also has a day's worth of work that we have done that needs to be pushed in. So probably a couple of days later, we should do the student mate integration and see things working end to end.
Do you think tentatively Tuesday would be the day or Wednesday? What do you want to suggest, G?
Wednesday would be better.
Wednesday would be better. Okay. So Karniji, Pratibha ji, you can discuss that with Shravan ji. And let's have a similar working session between the front end and the back end team on Wednesday. So is it during the day, Ji, Dhaval ji, on Wednesday?
Evening time would be better, but let me know, like based on Shravanji's and everybody's availability.
All right.
5 p.m. onwards is better.
4 to 5 p.m. onwards. Okay. Yeah. So Pratibha ji, will you take that and bring that to completion with Dhaval ji and Shravan ji?
I'll ask Shravan sir also. I think we can put a mail according to whatever we have done today with the observations. Then Shravan sir will also get to know.
I'll post it in the group, our AI apps team, and we can based on that we can go there. So all right, then we can probably review the goals tomorrow as to what we have accomplished. Looks like to a large extent we have gone there, but let Shavanji also be there when we are reviewing the goals. Anything else, anyone? Anupama ji, Pratibha ji, Karni ji, Dhaval ji.
थैंक यू धवल जी, थैंक यू विजिकिट्स गुरुकुल टीम फैमिली सर। आज मैं बहुत तनाव में था, लेकिन आपने बहुत अच्छे से हैंडल किया। क्योंकि पहली बार मेरा कोड आप मतलब अपलोड होने के लिए सर्वर पे टेस्ट होने के लिए जा रहा था।
नहीं, कारनी जी, मैं आपको एक जोक बोलता हूँ, ठीक है?
आप इतने अच्छे से हैंडल करते हैं, किसी से गलती भी हो जाए तो उसका सारा स्ट्रेस भगा देते हैं। मैं आपसे
मैं आपको एक जोक बोलता हूँ। एक अच्छा सा कॉमेडियन है गुजरात में
जी।
तो वो शो देने के पहले जाता है ना
जी।
तो वो ऑडियंस को बोलता है कि आप सोच रहे होंगे कि आज मैं क्या बोलूंगा, ठीक है? वो बोलता है मैं भी वही सोच रहा हूँ कि आज मैं क्या बोलूंगा। So in the integration exercise, everybody is stressed out, so don't worry. Everybody is like मेरा क्या होगा।
नहीं, मैं इसलिए ज्यादा स्ट्रेस में था कि मेरा आज से पहले कभी हुआ ही नहीं।
अरे आप आराम से जलसा कीजिए।
धीरज जी, और आप इतने अच्छे से हैंडल करते हैं। आप कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आ जाए आप तो उसको हंस के हटा देते हैं। विजय जी कभी स्ट्रेस लेने ही नहीं देते, वैसे ही हमेशा कूल रहते हैं। श्रवण सर और विजय जी इस टीम में आके मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मैं कहीं किसी के साथ काम नहीं कर रहा हूँ, एक फैमिली के अंदर हूँ। कभी कोई भी स्ट्रेस नहीं देता है, किसी को तनाव देते नहीं, किसी का हो तो उसको भगा और देते हैं।
Dhaval ji, you have to show your gabbar ka roop. अब तेरा क्या होगा कालिया?
I have no idea what I was asking Vijay
So,
ji.
Vijay ji, have you already made Karni ji join any of our groups, AVC groups?
Yeah, he is already with our Prasad ji.
Okay then.
Wonderful.
Mission successful.
That's like,
Great.
Dhawarji is so fast, and I don't think I can catch up. Tell me now only whatever it is. Like, oh my God.
Arre.
Wonderful. So let's end our session with a prayer. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। हरिः ओम तत्सत्। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु। Thank you very much, Dhaval ji. Thank you, Karni ji. Thank you, Anupama ji. Thank you, Pratibha ji. Hari Om.
हरिओम जी
हरि
हरिओम
ओम।
Hari Om.